So today we are going through the best knives of 2023 under $50 or right around $50. So a couple of them might be a couple dollars more, but they're right around $50 or less. So let's get into it. So starting off, we have the Sencut Mims, but I'm actually going to pull up another one right next to it, which is the Fantera. And the reason why is because they're so similar, they're just very different in size. This is a behemoth right here, right? And both of these are fantastic knives. They do make me feel a type of way, like, you know, they feel like they're high quality. They got a great sound. Fantastic sound. Listen to that. Love the sound of this thing. Anyways, ergonomics off the charts, sliciness off the charts. I mean, this thing is just an absolute great user if you like a large knife. 9CR18 MOV steel, deep carry clip that's reversible and T8s all the way around. Liner lock is easy to get to. Very, very smooth on the drop. Perfect detent. You couldn't ask for a better detent on this. I mean, it is great. And then the blade shape, the whole thing is just so useful. Now, you have pretty much all the same things here. 9CR, great action, great geometry, and you know, it's just a fantastic knife. It's just, this one's a lot more compact. It does have a finger choil so you can choke up a little bit better. So yeah, and you know what, the thing is though, Sencut, you really can't go wrong with any Sencut. Sencut, pretty much everything they do, I would say 90% of everything they do is a win. Now, really quick, I want to bring up a couple more Sencuts that I don't know if I should put these in honorable mentions or just keep them in, you know, some of the best, because they are absolutely some of the best knives of 2023, but this one got discontinued. This is the Sencut Watauga. I don't know why they discontinued it. It's been a great seller as far as I know, but that's how they work. You know, sometimes they'll take some of their best knives and discontinue them for whatever reason. But the Watauga, man, it is an absolute banger of a knife. Great action, you know, solid lockup. They do such a good job with their button locks. It's kind of like a budget version of the Ziphius. Then the Bahco 2. This, man, I love this thing. If you want a light duty knife that just disappears in your pocket, but when you're ready, you have basically a full size EDC knife, man, this thing is a great knife. It is super snappy with its very minimal flipper tab, spear point blade in D2 steel, good access to the liner, very smooth on the drop. You can see the blade completely hides itself in the handle. TA hardware all the way around. Not a reversible clip, but it is a deep carry. And yeah, man, the pinch grip on this is where it's at. I appreciate this thing so much because of this right here. Like, you know, you feel like you can wield it. So it's so capable. That's the thing. And a knife that is not only very useful, but very easy to use. It is awesome. The next one is the Bront. Now, the Bront came out technically the end of 2022. So, would you consider 2023? I don't know, but I'm going to talk about it anyways because this thing's an absolute banger. I don't know, at least I can't think of any other front flipper I can use left-handed like this, where I do the reach over, like with the side finger and stuff. I can't think of any other knife I could do that with left-handed. This is an amazing knife. 9CR18 MOV, some of the best front flipping action you can ask for, and the best reach over action. It has a dowel blade shape with a great fuller that's easy to reverse flick, very, very smooth. And the handle is straightforward, perfect straight handle. So that means you can use it in any grip very, very comfortably. This is a great slicer. It's a great utility cutter. It's literally great all the way around. Internal stop pins, deep carry clip that is reversible, and obviously comes in different handle materials. Now, this one I shouldn't put on the list because it's $59, so I'll go through it quick. This is the Frac, the CJRB Frac, and it's a large knife, but man, is it comfortable. Holy cow, is it comfortable. But you wouldn't expect this thing, you know, with all of its glory to be only $60. Great detent, great action, phenomenal blade shape. I love this blade shape. It has an aggressive look, but I can just see how useful this shape is. Nice choil you can choke up to, but you can also use it in a reverse grip. The stainless steel handles have lots of milling on the inside to bring down the weight. So the weight, you know, while it's a little weighty, it's not bad, at least in my opinion. ARRPM9 steel. Now, they do have a premium version, an S90V, with a beautiful, damn near mirror satin. It is, you can see the difference between the stonewash and that very fine satin. But the titanium one, oh, also this one does come in a frag version, by the way. I forgot to say that. This also comes in a frag just like this. So if you like the way this one looks, they have a $60 one. Just the same. I think maybe it's a couple dollars more, I'm not sure. But phenomenal action once again. Everything's the same except for the weight. The weight and the blade steel. Obviously the clip too. So maybe there's a lot of differences here. So we have a titanium frag pattern with a lot of milling on the inside, titanium mill pocket clip, and just an amazing knife. Especially if you like large knives, you know. You have to like large knives for this one, but if you do, that's a good one. The Miguron Morad. Yeah, buddy. This was a good one, man. Miguron did a damn good job with this one. 14C 28M blade steel, titanium mill pocket clip, you know, and pivot collar for like 50 bucks. That's crazy good. Very ergonomic, super comfortable in the hand, great access to the lock bar, great detent. I did have one that did get detent lash, but this one's solid. This one's great. And, you know, I love 14C. This is very smooth on ceramic caged bearings. And it has a reversible titanium mill pocket clip and T8 hardware all the way around. So, just a solid user, man. This is a quality user if you're looking for a super good reverse flicking knife that's compact but yet full size. Definitely check this one out. The Bestech Man Dundee comes in two different sizes. You get the mini and the full size. Great knife. Absolute banger of a knife. Now this one, the large one, I can technically reverse flick. It's tight. I'm not sure if you'll be able to do it. You can see the hole. It's tight, but for some reason, it's kind of easy for me. Very good ergonomics. Great access to the lock bar. Very smooth. One of the most comfortable flippers and flipping actions, even on the mini, man. I appreciate this one so much. The detent's even a little bit clickier, at least on mine for the small one. But this is such good, most perfect jimping. Very comfortable flipper tab. You kind of do the in-between between a light switch and a push button. You can do a push button or a light switch if that's what you want, but it's such a comfortable flipper. Beautiful drop point blade. I think this is a good looking knife. You know, this is a knife that looks like a knife and it's not trying to be anything else but a knife. And I like that. And, you know, and it's good at it. The ergonomics are good. Even for this small one, this is a very good size knife for most people. Deep carry clip, G10 handles. The deep carry clip is reversible with inset with flat screws. Yeah, great deep carry clip. Like I said, good access to the lock bar. Very smooth on the drop. Same thing with the Big Daddy. And yeah, just an all-around great user for a very affordable price. Next is the CJRB Pyrite. Now, this comes in so many different options. So I'm just going to talk about the mini and the regular size one, but there's a drop point version. This one's the sheep's foot version. Thumb stud options, titanium options, inlay options, literally option after option after option for this knife. So this one is the base model, which is right around 50 bucks, and it is damn good. Damn good. ARRPM9 steel, rock solid lockup for a button lock, steel handles, with lots of milling on the inside to bring down the weight, but it's ergonomic, it's slicey, the action's great. And then the mini, aluminum handles with a very snappy action. Listen to this. I love the sound of this thing. Listen to that click. You can hear that locking gauge. Nice solid lockup on the Mini. I love this little blade shape. This thing is like, you know how people buy those little pocket utility blades? That's this. You know, it's basically a pocket utility blade, but even better because it's fidgety and it's a regular pocket knife. I dig it, man. I dig it a lot. Like, and I'm not even into mini knives, but this is like my absolute favorite mini knife right now. Especially as far as a budget knife goes. Deep carry clip. That's not in set, but it does have flat screws and it is reversible. And also there is other versions of this as well. You know, obviously there's going to be, you know, when you consider all the other models of the Pyrite. So why stop at one color? But anyways, these knives are badass and I can't recommend those enough. The Sencut Slashkin. Now, I have one issue with this knife, and besides that issue, this thing is an absolute winner. Flipper tab, super comfortable, great jimping. The detent is good. Look at that. Look at that. As good as you could get. Man, this thing is solid. I love the action on this thing. You have so much leverage on this flipper tab, and then they tune the detent so strong, and I mean that in a good way. Like, it is snappy. You will never, ever, Grandma couldn't fail this thing. You can't fail it. It's impossible. And it has a beautiful drop point blade. Look at this hollow ground blade. Nice and thin geometry. Love the swedge. This is a gorgeous blade shape to me. Very, very deep hollow grind. Nice and slicey. Good sharpening choil and finger choil. The ergonomics are really good. Micarta handles. Obviously, there's going to be different versions. You also have the thumb studs that are really, really good. Now they're a little bit tight to the handle, but they're good. And they're a little bit low because the flipper tab's so high. So they feel a little bit low, but they're great. There's no problems with them. Now, what is my issue with this knife? Well, it's the liner lock access. They didn't give you any. So, you know, is it a big deal? It's up to you. To me, I don't like not having lock bar access. I want all the lock bar access I can get. And in this case, you know, I love the knife so much that I'm looking past it because it is that good. If it did have the lock bar access, oh man, I would have been screaming about this thing so much. And I still am screaming about it. D2 steel, so you know, that's what helps keep the price down. Deep carry clip. With flat screws, not in set, but it is reversible with T8 hardware all the way around. And yeah, just it's a big knife. It's a large knife, but it's a damn good large knife. Next is the CJRB Echo. Now, this one is the sub $50 one, or right around 50 bucks, but there's also a titanium one for like 75 bucks, 75, 80 bucks with the same blade steel, RRPM 9 steel. And then there is a S90V fat carbon fiber version with contoured scales. And then there's also a titanium one with micro milling that has the same contouring with S90V. Lots of options here, guys. Lots of options with this one. As far as the premium ones go, yeah, absolutely badass. This was a great knife to make into a premium one. It's so fidgety. And then the reason why I love this knife so much is because of the ergonomics. Now, to be honest, both of them are outstanding. I almost want to say it's the best ergonomics I've ever felt on a knife. Maybe I shouldn't go that far. Maybe I shouldn't go that far. It's damn good though, man. You know, it's really good. But maybe not the absolute best in the world, but it's literally right there. It's in the running. I'll say that. It's in the running, you know. The ergonomics around the contoured one, even more ergonomic. But man, it's hard to beat this, even with the flat handles. It's just so good, at least in my hand, because the way it swells right here, that just nestles in my hand so comfortably. Then you have this extremely useful blade shape that you can use in any direction. The flipper tab and action is really, really good. The front flipper, man, it's so easy to use. You can roll it, you can side finger it, you can swing over the top. You got a great hold deployment as well. Button lock action. These are really solid. And yeah, man, they do a good job with them. This is an absolute winner in my opinion. And I'll say this, if you like the look of it, and these are Ray Laconico designs, by the way, if you like the look of it, whether it's the premium one or the budget one that's in your price range, get it. All right, guys, we're to the end. So we have only a couple more, the best of 2023. We have the Sencut Arc Blast. My goodness, this thing is good. Listen to this. I'm so glad this thing came in time, because we do have these on the Neve Knife Co. site, by the way. Don't forget to check that out. Regardless of what you're getting, check out the Neve Knife Co. site. Make sure we don't have it on there first. I'm just going to link it right at the top of videos. So, you know, things will be individually linked into the company's websites and everything. But check out the Neve Knife Co. site and you can support, you know, Neve's knives. If we have the model you're looking for. We do have some of these though. But this thing is, I think it's a double hollow. So this is a hollow grind, but I think this swedge up here is a hollow too. And it just, look at that. That's a damn sexy blade. Yeah, 9CR 18 MOV, super slicer. The ergonomics on the handle, even though it's compact, it's small, I can get a cramped 4-finger grip. Yeah, I'm fighting with my pinky, but that doesn't stop me from being able to squeeze this thing up into my palm where I have tons of leverage. I could totally use this thing as like a full-size knife. I mean, it is a full-size knife, I guess, but you know what I mean. Like, even with my large hands, like, I would be perfectly capable, perfectly fine with carrying this knife this size, because of the ergonomics being the thickness and the width that you want. It's got aluminum handles, deep carry clip that's reversible, T8 hardware all the way around, and Sencut does a damn good job with their button lock action. I have yet to have seen a Civivi, Wii, or Sencut that fails or that has issues. I had one, and that was the Kojin, the very first one they ever did. But since then, since I complained about it, they've done really good. But yeah, this one, man, can't go wrong with it. Lots of color options. Banger. The Sencut Serene, another button lock aluminum handled knife. And, you know, it's hard to beat these materials. I know this one's D2 steel, but man, it is a super slicey drop point blade. Now, as far as between these two, I don't know which one I like more. Probably this one, just because of that damn sound. No, I don't know. And the hollow grind, I don't know. 9CR, yeah, I probably do. But this is a full-size knife. So this one's quite a bit bigger. Great detent, great action again. Aluminum handles, again, solid aluminum handles. Like, there's no steel liners or nothing. Deep carry clip that's reversible with TA hardware all the way around. Very lightweight. Action's ridiculous. Sliciness is off the charts. Yeah. Both of these are some of the best knives of 2023 right here. Now, as far as Sencut goes, like I was saying before, you can't go wrong with any Sencut. If there's a Sencut that you like the look of, most likely it is good. It's great. I'd say about 90% of everything Sencut does is a win. There's a couple that I'm not big fans of, but the majority I am. Now, what on earth could have gotten number one? Well, it's only $54, and it's the Olatons. I had to put this on here because this is like right around the $50 range, and this is as good as you can get for that money. I mean, you have a titanium frame lock with ridiculous action, fantastic detent, and you have a replaceable 9CR blade. So you have 3 different blade shapes to choose from. You can pick a sheep's foot with a saw blade or with serrations. You could pick a regular sheep's foot, or you can pick a drop point. And the thing is since this is 9CR, you can resharpen it. I did. I resharpened this, and the heat treat felt good. 9CR isn't a hard steel for them to heat treat, you know. So it's like a souped up 440C. So it's, you know, an easy steel for them to heat treat in production, and they did a good job. Like I said, the ergonomics, you know, are really, really good on this titanium frame lock. The blade is super easy to replace. You just unscrew this right here, pops out, pop the new one back in, screw in the thumb stud, good access to the lock bar, and then this thing is very, very smooth. The titanium frame lock's just done very well. You know, I know the clip kind of throws you off because it's a budget clip and everything else is kind of premium. I do kind of wish they did something else with that, like maybe not a titanium mill pocket clip, but something that doesn't look the way it does, shiny and everything. G10 backspacer, but this is a work knife, man. This is a work tool. Oh yeah, by the way, it does come with a tool to, you know, to loosen up the thumb stud, but or take it apart. Anyways, this thing is an absolute work knife. This is something I would say somebody who uses their knives a lot and possibly doesn't have time to always sharpen, you can always swap to a different blade that you've already sharpened or that has a factory edge on it, and then later on you can sharpen your blades. And then another thing is, because the blades come out like this, you can literally easily sharpen them in any sharpening device, because, you know, you can just clamp the blade. You don't have to worry about the handle being in the way or anything, and it's so easy. It'll make it so much easier to sharpen up these blades. Anyways, rock solid lockup. I haven't spine whacked it, but I'm sure it's good. Yeah. Anyways, the Olatons, I forget the number, but I'll put it up on the screen. I'll have it linked down in the description, because this is one I highly recommend. But there you guys go. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.